I Saw an Ant on the Railroad Track. This 2006 book by Joshua Prince is just begging to be read aloud. The story is told in a rhythmic, rhyming verse that will absolutely captivate your child. But additionally, it does have a wonderful story. It tells the story of an ant who is determined to see the world by traveling like many travelers before him, by dangerously walking along the rails. Spotted by Switchman Jack, who is just settling down to have his snack from his brown lunch sack, the ant continued on the rail of the eastbound track. This is when Jack heard a train coming down the track. What follows is the story of how Jack puts every effort into switching the train to a different track so the ant doesn't get hit by the onrushing train. This story is rich in rhyme, no doubt, but it also is a story begging for your child to make predictions and to come up with solutions that Switchman Jack hasn't considered as he works feverishly to save the ant. Early on in the story, you can share your knowledge of switchmen and how they help trains run on our nation's rails so they have a better understanding of what Jack is trying to do. You can ask your child, once Jack decides to switch the train to a different track, what else Jack could have done to save the ant. Many young children will want to wave down the train, and you can then talk about how long it takes for a train to stop. Others will talk about moving the ant, which is the obvious smarter choice. It is a delightful conversation to have with your child, and one that leaves them feeling wise beyond their years. Here are some words and terms to stop at and discuss as you read, to build your child's vocabulary and to increase their depth of understanding. One additional point about this story is that Joshua Prince in this book shares where the story came from. And story origins are very important to children. They always want to know where these stories came from. Joshua Prince, he actually lives a few towns away from where I live here in Connecticut. And he was at the train station waiting for his train to arrive to take him to New York City where he worked, and he happened to look down on the train tracks, and what did he see? He saw an ant on the railroad track. Mackie Pimentuan did the illustrations, and they are large and lively and wonderfully playful. Please always read books ahead of time so you can decide upon where you will stop and what details you will discuss. And please, have a wonderful night of reading with your child.